Hey guys, full review on these Total Socket by Husky. Man, do I love these things. 12 bucks for the pair, a little Home Depot Christmas deal. These things are really interesting. It's really more of an adjustable wrench than a socket, but pretty neat nonetheless. These are adjustable, you know, with the same mechanism that you would have on like a pipe wrench that basically allow you to adjust to fit onto various nuts and bolts. And of course it's two-sided, so you have a large side and a small side. And you can see it's got the individual sizes that you can adjust to right on, in metric and standard. So how about that, you know? Very handy. And likewise, the same goes with the smaller one. Got that sizes right on it. You see these are pretty oily. I was out using them quite a bit, so I oiled them up quite a bit because it is winter here, guys. And so yeah, so I really like these things. I literally went and I tightened every nut and bolt there is in my homestead. I tightened up the little bolts under my kitchen chairs. I played around with my lawnmower. I tightened up some of the fence posts. I even, you know, I just like anything that had a nut or a bolt, I went around and tightened it with this thing. And you know, number one, I found it's really easy to use. It's really tough, and it adjusts really well. You know, you can literally just put this over whatever and just tighten it down. I didn't have any issues with it slipping. I was a little worried about it slipping, but it didn't slip at all. It actually held really well and didn't have any issues with it slipping, and no issues with the gearing kind of worming around. You know, a lot of times you get these and that gearing tends to be a little wormy. You know, nope, not at all. It was nice and sturdy and steady. And even with some of the tougher jobs, like on my lawnmower, where some of the bolts were kind of rusted on a little bit, no problem at all. Let's kind of start by saying, guys, we're in the middle of this. Let's say, you know, I love tools. I have really nice socket sets. I have cheap, you know, socket sets from Harbor Freight. I have old, you know, wrenches and sockets and all that were given to me by literally, you know, my grandparents, you know, that are 50, 60, 70 years old. I have just boxes of combination wrenches, box wrenches, all that stuff, just loads of it. Just so much I can't even sort through it at times because I just had this weird obsession with tools. So I know a good quality tool and I know a garbage tool. And I gotta say, for $12, this is quite a bargain. It's decent quality. It's not, you know, you're not going to be able to take this and use this for automotive use and expect it to last you a lifetime. It's not. You know, that gear is going to wear down eventually, and that will strip out a little bit, and then you're going to, you know, but for heavy duty use, it's not going to last forever. Normal household use, around the homestead use, occasional use, this thing will serve you very, very, very well. And you know, of course, you know, the harder you use it, you know, the quicker it's going to burn out on you, you know, because these gears, you know, we all know, after a while they get a little squirrely on you, and anything that has a capability to be rounded off, you know, by applying a lot of torque will. So you could definitely have that potential for that to round off eventually, but it does appear to be a pretty decent steel, you know. From using this quite a few times, I'm not seeing any wear and tear on the end pieces yet. So my expectation is I'll get a lot of years out of this for $12. And it's not. It's not top of the line gear. This is Chinese made, real basic. But for 12 bucks, this is a really handy thing to throw in your car, to throw in your ATV, you know, throw in your wife's car. For me, my wife, she does not want a pile of tools in the back of her car. And if I put them in there, she's going to take them out. Just how she is. I will never win that argument with her. However, I can sneak something like this in the back of her car, and she'd never even notice. I can put it in with the spare tire, and then if she ever has a problem, I've literally got a socket set there. So it is a great way, you know, to do that. Maybe you have kids that have a car and they want their, you know, stereo system in the trunk and they don't want tools. You know, this is something you can sneak in, throw it under the seat, throw it somewhere, and a good way to keep almost an entire tool set around. And no, it's not going to perform as good as a real socket set. No, it's not going to perform as good as a real quality wrench. But in a pinch, I will take this any day of the week, and I will use the hell out of these because they're actually quite handy, easy to use, and simple. And for 12 bucks, I love it. And these are actually going to probably stay. I don't know if I'm going to put them in my wife's car or in the back of my car, but they're going to end up somewhere. I might even buy an extra set to keep in the garage. We'll see. But I do like them and wanted to share it because they are pretty handy. And if you are trying to outfit, maybe you do have 2 or 3 cars and you're trying to put some emergency kits in them, yeah, this is a really inexpensive way to get started until you have money to get a quality